Welcome to Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. Finally, some good news as far as the air quality in Ventura County is concerned. Linda Parks joins us, the Ventura County Supervisor. Good to see you, Linda.
Nice to see you too. I'm also on the Air Pollution Control Board here in Ventura County, and we did post our cleanest year ever on record last year, so that's pretty exciting.
Gone are the days when the kids couldn't go outside and play at recess because the air quality was so bad. What do you attribute this to?
We have a few things we can attribute it to, but I think one of them is we have cleaner vehicles these days, and that makes a big difference. But there's also other things that we need to do to get it even better.
Okay.
One of those is looking at shipping emissions from the ships that go through our channel. And we actually get a lot of diesel particulates from there, and those can get lodged in your lungs. So it's really important. And one of the things the Harbor District is doing is looking at having those ships plug in when they're at harbor so they don't continue to give off those exhaust fumes. So that's a really great program. We've also eliminated a lot of those diesel buses, school buses, and that's a great program. So instead of those school buses giving off those diesel emissions, we've been able to cut that back considerably. I think almost all school buses in Ventura County.
So, I guess on our part, we could help with the air quality if we'd all ride bicycles, but let's face it, in California, it's not realistic, is it?
Well, land use is really important too, to be able to have safe bike routes, so you don't have to worry about cars, and I like the separated bicycle lanes. But also just look about where we building multifamily apartments right next to freeways. They have found that the closer you are to a freeway, the higher your chance of getting cancer. And again, that gets back to that particulate matter that gets caught in your lungs and does end up causing cancer. So we can do better with land use, make walkable cities, bicycling friendly cities. So there are some things we can do with land use also.
What about agriculture? Because there's a lot of fumigants and pesticides that obviously these particulates go into the air as well.
One of the biggest crops in Ventura County is our strawberry crop. And we have something called methyl bromide that the farmers use. It's not particularly good, and they actually were trying to get rid of it because it tears down the ozone layer. So they brought in something called methyl iodide, which causes horribly worse conditions to people's health. So instead of methyl iodide, which fortunately the manufacturer took off the market, we're looking at new ways of eliminating the use of fumigants. They're even trying peat moss instead of dirt as one of the pilot programs that they're looking, so we won't need fumigants, and that will be better for our health and our air quality.
So growing plants without any soil, that'd be interesting, won't it? Peat moss instead.
Yes, and I'm just glad to see that there is a lot of effort trying to keep our air clean and to even make it cleaner. And surprisingly, that is one of the most important things to people out here in Ventura County and the different attitude surveys. Air quality means a lot to people, and seeing that we now have achieved such great benefits through reducing the amount of emissions coming from our vehicles. Zero emission vehicles, we have to get to 15% zero emission vehicles by 2025. So that will be another way to clean our air.
And as you mentioned, there is a direct correlation between air quality and people's health.
Absolutely.
So we've got to stay on the up and up and breathe fresh air.
Yes.
For all the runners and joggers out there. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, I think that if we continue to go in the direction we're heading, looking at higher fuel efficiency vehicles, we will put less fuel in our car, and then they won't burn as much, and as a result that will also clean the air. But I think we have a lot of people out there driving Priuses and other low vehicle emitting cars.
Great. Okay, Linda Parks, the Ventura County Supervisor, thank you so much for joining us here on Local Edition. I'm Bella Shaw. Back to HLN.